Greetings to all the subscribers and visitors alike. If you are not a subscriber, please do so. The name of this video is going to be 15 million gone. I know that sounds like a funny title, doesn't it? Well, you know, since 9/11, when the World Trade buildings were destroyed and 3,000 plus people died, we used to say in America that this was a wake-up call. Well, if that was a wake-up call, I think America has hit the snooze button and has gone back to sleep. So what are the times that we are living in? Let's look at some scriptures on that. And I'd like to go to the book of Chronicles, and that would be the first book, chapter 12 and verse 32. And the children of Issachar, which were men that had understanding of the times, to know what Israel ought to do. The heads of them were 200, and all of their brethren were at their commandment. So here David was having groups of people sign up with him to go to war. And this one group were these 200, the sons of Issachar, that had understanding of the times. Do we have understanding of the times? I don't think so. I think we are lulled to sleep much of the time. And of course, a lot of that is done through propaganda, that we are fed, that everything is fine and dandy when it's not. Now, I had a cousin ask me to do a video on this subject. I was a little apprehensive about doing it, but I think it's a good thing to do it. She kind of wanted to know what direction was the world going in. Well, let's read some scriptures, and maybe we can get an idea of what direction the world is going in. We'll start in 2 Timothy 3:13. But evil men and seducers shall wax worse and worse, deceiving and being deceived. Evil men and seducers shall wax worse and worse. That means they will get worse and worse. Things will get worse and worse. 1 Timothy 4:1 and 2. Now the Spirit speaketh expressly that in the latter times some shall depart from the faith, giving heed to seducing spirits and doctrines of devils, speaking lies in hypocrisy, having their conscience seared with a hot iron. Okay? And another one, 2 Peter 3:3, knowing this first, that there shall come in the last days scoffers walking after their own lust, and saying, where is the promise of his coming? For since the fathers fell asleep, all things continue as they were from the beginning of the creation. And of course we do have that. People are scoffing. Oh sure, Jesus is coming back, right. Okay, fine. You know, it's like nobody really believes that, because if they did, they wouldn't be acting in the way that they were. But that's the course of this world. Now, another one is going to be 2 Thessalonians 2 and verse 11. And for this cause God shall send them strong delusion, that they should believe a lie. That's because people refused to believe the truth. God sent them a strong delusion, and we have a strong delusion in the world today. A question, well, what direction is the world going in? Well, we know the direction that the world is going in. You know, if I were to hold up a banana, just for speaking purposes here, and we did a time-lapse photography on the banana, it would start out green, it would turn yellow, then there would be dark spots, and then it would turn black. It's a ripening process and then decomposition. Well, that's what's happened with this world and the culture that we're living in. And I don't think that there's really anything that can do to turn it around and reverse the process. Now, can it be slowed down? Well, maybe possibly under the right set of circumstances, under the providence and mercy of God, yes, I suppose it can be slowed down. But the end result is going to be the same. The end result is that Jesus is going to return, and this earth is going to melt with fervent heat along with all of the heavens as well. So we can do what we want to preserve the earth, but in the end, God is going to destroy it himself and create another one. So if you are one who believes that Jesus was God come in the flesh and died for your sins and was risen from the dead and will return again, my admonition to you is do not set your affection on this world, because it is passing away. We may have our responsibilities, we may go to school, we may have our jobs and have our families and have our children and have our entertainment, but please, with all of those things going on, do not lose sight of the fact that this is not your home. We live in a temporary world, and our lives are like a vapor that is going to be gone. In an instant, it will be gone. I'm going to be 69 here pretty soon, and I would have never thought I would even made it to be 69 to begin with, but the fact that I have, and it has gone this fast, and yet another 20 years, if something didn't happen, I'll be out of here. So many blessings to you. And again, do not set your affection on this world. Don't worry about the election. We're going to have a president one way or the other. Whether you like the one we end up with or not, God will be in control. And this world has its course, and we know where it will end up. And we, if we are born of the Spirit of God, we know where we're going to end up as well. Many blessings to you, and bye-bye.